Get away from there. Excuse me. You're going to knock the camera over. Get away. Take one on Meet the People. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's Meet the People, we have a very interesting guest for you. Prince Valentine from Yorkshire. He's travelled all the way down on the 8:30 horse. And he's just at this moment sniffing the... I'll just call him over and we'll ask him a few interested and pointed questions. Prince Valentine! He's coming now.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
All right, thank you very much.
Yes.
You're very kind.
Yes.
Well, Prince, certainly wonderful for you to do our show for us.
Oh, it's a pleasure, really.
I'm sure all the people here in Bradford are really looking forward to this sensational conversation you're going to give us.
Well, it was such a hell of a journey down here. But mind you, I haven't travelled out of York for so long.
Yes.
Great, great pleasure.
How's the road?
Oh, still there.
Still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice
Roads
and
are there.
bumpy and lovely and comfortable in the old stagecoach.
Well, we've had a few interesting parchments from our watchers.
Well,
and they've asked us some very interesting questions, and I'd like to put a few to you.
Oh, go
and
ahead.
Get your intimate answers on them.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the main question I find from the parchment is, what is it like to be a prince?
Well, to be a prince is... Well, I mean, it takes a lot of work. I mean, let's face it. I mean, you can't just run a kingdom by yourself. I mean, Kingy's still alive, of course. Daddy. I mean, Daddy's super. He runs the kingdom so well. Mind you, when he dies, I've got to take over, of course. But, Mother's all right. She helps me in some ways, but it's just all these women. You know, it's terrible. I can't...
Well, I'm sure that answers everybody's question about what it's like to be a prince.
Oh, it's fun, really.
Well, as we all know, the battle between the Roses is still going on, between York and, was it Doncaster?
Yes,
was it
very
Doncaster?
heavily, very heavily.
In all the local tabloids, it seems to be that York is winning. I mean, what is your situation on this?
It's a bit tacky at the moment, because, I mean, they're still fighting the backsides off each other. It's terrible, you know.
Yes?
But they won the last match, which was rather super. You know, but we're getting there slowly. I mean, the army isn't as big as the other army, the other side.
Yes, I've heard they have 14 million people on their side.
And 12 catapults.
And 12, yes,
Yes.
and 12. And you only have 127 men and a lame dog.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's dying.
Well, Prince, that's about all we have time for,
Yes,
so
lovely.
we'll have to say cheerio.
All right, well, I must tell you off now. Bye, and great pleasure.
Thank you, bye. Such a nice man. Well, we'll be back in 5 minutes after the commercial break. Buy yourself a boy. Buy yourself a boy at your local supermarket. They come in all shapes and sizes and all individual colouring. This one cost me £3.18 and 6. So run off to your grocers now and get yourself a cheap one. Thank you. Well, here we are back again after that short break, and here is the news. 2 Scotland Yard detectives flew to Mississauga, Sicily last night to investigate 3 recent fires in British tankers. A passenger who fell overboard from a liner yesterday was picked up alive after spending 11.5 minutes in the water. A team of physically handicapped people reached the shore at Sandgate, Kent yesterday after a 14-hour cross-channel swim. Very handy indeed. Anyway, we must take another commercial break before we hand you over to Dennis, our sportsman. Dennis got a lot of interesting news and views for you. So, after this break, keep watching.
Good evening. Sports Fella. Sports View. Today, 4 down, and Horton hits back to victory. Tommy Horton achieved the impossible yesterday, clinch a place in long semi-finals of the 10,000 Long John Match Play Golf Championship in Moore Park, Herts. Now for more results on the teams of the divisions on the pools check. You can understand that. First division, Burnley versus Leeds, Chelsea versus Arsenal, and Everton versus Manchester City. Manchester United was going to play that game, but Georgie Best wasn't well. Greyhound results. Here we are with the Greyhound results. Charlton, 745. Well, that's the end of Sports View, and now it's time for Invention of the Week. And roaming through the ground here, we find somebody that has come up with the most incredible genius of an invention ever invented in the whole of the great universe. Hello.
Howdy, sir.
This man has invented water. You see? It's a very economical thing to have, and this man is the brilliant man behind it. Now, what do you think of your invention? I mean, it must be rather exciting.
I think it was really very exciting.
Yes.
It took me 14 years
Really?
to perfect this formula.
Yes.
And this tubeful is all that I've mixed up to now.
Ah, I
Just
see.
up this.
Yes.
So,
can I touch it?
I have a touch, see?
Oh, I see. It's
We
rather...
call that wet.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yes.
But the British government, they're not really interested. They think it will never go down.
Oh, really? Oh, I would have thought it would be
But,
very economical to keep at the house. And...
I've had an offer from America, and
Yes.
as soon as the Mayflower gets back, I'm going over there, and they're very interested in it.
Oh, that's
You do have to watch your boots, though, because it
I have
splashes
noticed.
all over them.
You call that splashing, do you?
Well, I think we're running out to the end of the tube now. The water's going.
Yes, I think. Well, we must say cheerio. Anyway, another great invention of the week. Herbie Groyne. Thank you very much, Herbie. Bye.
Bye. Go on. Take 7. Am I out? It's a stick-up. I shouldn't have said that. No, you shouldn't. Give us your money, mister.
I got no money, mister.
Cut! Down! Cut! Explode them!